Mr. Michael Valdes, president of MyEXP Global. Another update with you.
Mr. Orlando Montiel, president of everything else. How are you, Papa?
Listen, man, every single time we get together and we talk about this, it's an exciting time. But today, it's just for real, being really serious. Why way beyond our expectations?
Oh my God, it's been an emotional morning for me. Every time we reach another milestone, it's like the mountain of gratitude.
Right.
Today we had another stock price hit high. We just today we just beat Redfin's market valuation. Imagine this. We're now at $8.2 billion market cap as of a few minutes ago. That's insanity.
Right.
That's insanity. It's sort of like, you think about sort of like Redfin. Redfin has been like the stock pick of like everyone on Wall Street.
Right.
I just beat them this morning.
Right.
And it's just sort of like, and it's not just the price. It's not just all of that, which is wonderful. And people are like instant millionaires based on just being a part of this company and just being a shareholder of MyEXP. They've become sort of like financially wealthy, period. People who have sort of come as part of this story early on are literally millionaires without ever selling a home because of the stock.
But here's the point, and without doing anything other than selling a property.
That's it.
Let's be very clear on that. All right. So by doing what you're doing, you're already becoming a wealthy person. So, and that's a beautiful thing, Michael. When I talk to the agents now at MyEXP, the conversation have changed of how can I sell another home? Yeah, that's part of your job, but now it's talking about wealth management, talking about asset protection, right? Now talking about how can I pass this to my kids, right? And make them financially responsible, not brats, right? What a completely different conversation with a group of people. It gives them the chills.
Listen, it separates us from everything else. We're not a real estate company. It's sort of like,
that's not.
Oh my God, it literally is what you're saying. It's people are coming in here and it's an idea of how do you build a legacy? How do you build a legacy for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones? How do you do that? And it is so incredible that everyone here has that sense of community, because it's what we are. It's what this model instills in everyone, right? It's the idea that you build in order to help others. And when you come from that level and that sense of servitude, it is when everyone wins. It's the idea that I saw a saying this week, and that is such a wonderful reminder. The only way that you become successful is by serving others.
Right, exactly, right? And please, for the people listening to us, do it for your own sake, do your own research. There is no more selling. There is just presenting, understanding there is something much bigger other than just selling another home. That is a stepping stone. In every business, you grow and grow and grow. You start by renting, working with renters, then working with buyers, then working with sellers, then developing a team, right? So understanding that it's just way beyond of, okay, how do I sell another home?
And listen, there was nobody more skeptical than me. It took me 6 months of research to come here because I was with my other firm for 15 years. 6 months of research. And it was the fact that I kept looking for what was the flaw. I kept looking for what's wrong here. I'm born and raised in New York. I'm raised not to trust. And it was that sense of, wow, this is just really a beautiful model that's there to help and elevate others. It's now when I start getting, I've been here less than a year, when I start getting these emails of thanks from agents saying, you helped change my life. You can't put that on a balance sheet.
You can't, man.
It is.
You know what? Go ahead.
No, it's just
we did a retreat, right? Yeah, it is. We did a retreat in Orlando last week, 3 days retreat, a business retreat.
Yeah.
And literally, we had people crying. Literally, people crying during the seminar. all right?
Yeah.
Because we were able, they were able to pay their debt because they now see other sources of income by doing exactly what they've been doing for so many years, selling homes, nothing else. You're not doing anything different, right? And when you see that, it's like a light bulb. Now I see a much bigger vision. It changes everything, man. It
You're
changes everything
giving
dynamic.
somebody the gift of freedom.
Exactly. Exactly.
Imagine it.
All right.
Imagine if I sort of said to you, I'm going to tell you how you can do whatever you want
Right.
in life,
No,
right?
that's
Just
it.
for doing what you normally do. I'm just giving you another few ways for you to do exactly what you're saying of wealth management. And it's
Right.
sort of like, and just think about, again, that word legacy. If it's not for you,
Yep.
it's for your family or who you want to leave behind and what you want to create, right? It's not as though as an independent contractor, as an agent, you start from zero.
Mhm.
3 weeks
Exactly.
ago on January 1st, you
Yep.
started from zero. You don't here.
Right.
You have to take
100%. Right. So and that's the thing, it's understanding that it would be financially, as you said, the freedom, it would be financially responsible not to look at different models. All right. Some people are paying 70/30 plus 5% franchise fee plus 2% marketing fee. It's 2021.
yeah.
Let's wake up and at the least consider, all right, more powerful ways of doing business by doing exactly the same thing you've been doing. All right.
Yeah.
So we talk about this so much, but it's so many things are happening right now, and you are stirring that shit. So explain to me now what's happening, what's opening within the next 3 months, what's coming ahead.
We had an amazing 2020. And I mean, and it's crazy to say that in
Right.
the middle of a pandemic. But this model was built in a way that was insulated because of things like that, because of the fact that we have this model that is a cloud-based model, which means it's uninterrupted by anything. And you can continue and thrive in
Mhm.
what you are doing with your work. Remember, we're all on Zoom, we're all on Microsoft Teams, we're all on these things. The EXP world and the Verbella platform has been around for 11 years. So this is something that is not just something we created as a result of. This is something that was there that strengthened us because of. So this
Exactly.
is the idea that we have this platform, this baseline, everything that is there for us to consider is there. And so last year we were really able to capitalize on that. And we opened South Africa, we opened India, Mexico, Portugal, and France. Imagine huge countries. I never got on a plane to visit any of those countries, right?
Right.
And so we opened
Exactly.
all of these huge territories. And so then last month or 10 days ago, we announced what's going to be our Q1 countries just for this quarter. And so it'll be Puerto Rico, which opened yesterday. We're now live and operational in Puerto Rico. Brazil will be open next month. And then we're opening Italy and Hong Kong. How exciting is that? We're coming into the Asia markets in a big way. And so these are going to be strong footholds. So the idea is that we're picking these strategic countries around the world so that we can have the footholds in these different places and start growing from there into what is going to be the rest of the year now, and then the rest of what we're going to be doing moving forward. So it's going to be a very, very exciting year. And we're going to have a lot of countries rolled out this year.
So understand what Michael is saying about all these countries, meaning that now as real estate agents, we have the opportunity not only to grow our teams, which is step number 3 in our business as real estate agents, right? Locally, not only statewide, not only nationwide, but around the world. Around the world, it means that a team member that you have in Mexico, that you have in South Africa, I'm getting, all right, some
That,
revenue from people from a completely different place I've never been to. How exciting is that? By doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, all right, nothing else. So understand the potential for you as a real estate agent.
listen, and here's the other thing. is that we're not a franchise, right? So we own everything. So it's not as though the person in Mexico is a franchise owner of EXP Mexico. We are the owners of EXP Mexico. We go in and we create a corporation in every country that we're operational. And then what we are doing this year is that we're going to be doing a global website that'll be consumer facing, that will basically give a consumer all of our inventory everywhere around the globe that we are at. It will basically create, in essence, a global MLS that has never, ever been done by one owner. So we are one company. And by the way, the owners are all of you, because they're all shareholders of this company as a publicly traded company. So it is the fact that because we're not a franchise, no one has ever done this. They've done it with franchises and sub-franchises and master franchises and all, but it's segmented, it's fragmented. This is one thing that will be in one site controlled by one entity. Never been done.
Now, not only how powerful is that for the company, but how powerful it is for the agent, right?
Oh,
the ability to have that tool in so many places, and the ability to bring other agents in their group because of that, because of the uniqueness and the value of that tool. So understand, I was doing a presentation back in October 15, and I have it in, I'm not gonna show it right now, but it was worth, the company was at $4.1 billion in October 15.
We just doubled.
We just doubled, right? Okay, so how is that important? Well, because it's not only two people that work, within the company with EXP, but that's the value the street sees, right? Other people that are not related to the company see this company is worth way more than that. Why? Because of the value they provide to the consumer and the real estate agent. Do your research.
That's it. I can't talk about the stock or anything like that as an officer, but it's sort of like, I would invite everyone to do their research.
Exactly. We are not providing financial advice by no means. It's just do your research and understand, okay, why, all right, is the company growing so much? Why over 3,000 agents are joining the company, and the caliber of those agents? At least let me do my research. And if it is not for me, that's great, but you owe it to yourself and your family.
It's the fact that people were, in the last 9 months since I've been here, before I joined, I said, I'm going to go to EXP. And I would say, maybe 4 out of 5 people would say, where? And it's sort of like, now it's sort of like, say, I'm with EXP, and they're like, oh my God, that's amazing, right? So in less than a year, the conversation has shifted because there's more of us, we're in more places, more people are finding out the story. It is the fact that this is, we were the best kept secret.
Right.
Now we're not.
We were. Michael, any other update that you can give me? Because I know, and I know there's things that you can't talk about because it's a public company and you're an executive for the company, but anything else that we as agents and the consumers actually should know about what's happening right now?
Well, listen, we are actually developing a dashboard for our agents, which is going to be incredibly exciting. It's going to be called MyEXP. And on that dashboard, you're going to see everything. You're going to see your production. You're going to see everyone on your downline. You're going to see everyone on your downline's production. You're going to see them in every currency in which they operate. So you were saying earlier, if you have somebody in Mexico, if you have somebody in South Africa, you're going to have 5 or 6 different currencies in your dashboard that you'll see. Everything will reconcile at the end of the month in whatever currency of the country that you're in. But you'll see everything, which is so incredible. And what we're creating here is this amazing tech platform that is built just for EXP that will be, it'll be amazing. It'll basically be your not only your financial portfolio, because you'll be able to see everything around the globe that you have, but you'll be able to also have that as almost a CRM where you can come in and coach those people that are in your growth line, and being able to help them and being able to see where they might need some help, because some people in this organization have over 1,000 people in their growth line, and you're close to that, and it's impossible to really sort of like go through and know what's going on with folks. This is your complete dashboard. It's going to be the most exciting thing ever.
And that's going to be March 1st, right?
That's coming in the month of March. Yes.
Right. So understand for the agents that are already part of EXP. Now you understand, for example, in my case, I didn't know we have a group of people that we have in our team in South Carolina. I would have never guessed, right? But here I can see in my dashboard and I said, okay, let's plan a seminar in South Carolina. Right now, across the board, let's go to Mexico, let's go to South Africa, let's go to UK, because I can see it in my dashboard. So how important that is. Right.
It's going to be so exciting. I'm really excited for that one as well, because that's going to help everyone as you go in and you sort of see everything, and it's just fully transparent, and it's just going to be really, really exciting.
Right.
It's so exciting to be a part of the history of what this basically it's going to be the largest real estate company in the world.
I have no doubt.
Zero doubt for that.
I have no doubts. And Michael, it's just, again, one more thing to reiterate the importance of being involved around these people, these visionaries, right? Where the conversation is completely elevated, right? If you want to grow, you wanna be associated and relate to people that are at a much higher level than you are. And that's what I found with the top agents, the top producers, the top coaches, the top executive at EXP. It's a blessing, man.
And I'll just correct one thing on that, because we're all on the same level, because we're building it together.
Right.
And it is just the idea that it's that sense of community, and it's that sense of I couldn't do this on my own. This is sort of like over 40,000 ambassadors of this amazing brand that bring in the prospects, bring in the ideas, bring in the pipeline, and we truly are growing this together. We have a goal of 100,000 agents this year. No doubt in my mind we're going to achieve it.
Imagine the goal, guys. For most companies, all right, having independent companies, having 30, 40 agents takes them 16, 17 years. We're doing that in our team in a monthly basis. So that's why. It's not because we are just so special. It's just because of the value that brings to the agent, right? It's just so huge that it's just impossible to ignore. Right?
It's impossible to ignore. It's like somebody said this early on. It's you can't unsee this.
Exactly. That's Jay Kindler.
Right, there you go. It's Jay. Yeah. You can't unsee this.
Yeah.
And it's so true. Right. It's so true. When you see it, you start poking holes. You're sort of thinking, this can't be true. This can't be right. Right. And then when you start poking the holes, you start sort of seeing, all right, wait, but it must be something else. It has to be another angle. And you start looking around and it's like, wow, there's no angle.
Right. You know how many conversations I have about that? But when I show them the caliber of the agents, when I show them the real, the stuff going up, the revenue share, how they can do it, the cap, $16,000 is the most you pay a year. But if you do 20 more transactions, you're at 100% and they give you back those 16,000 in stock. Do your research, guys. It is financially responsible, all right, not to do it. And if you have any questions, you can write to us, and most likely, more than happy to answer any questions. Michael.
Absolutely. And the last thing I'll share with you is that we are working on a luxury deliverable, which is going to be exciting.
Okay, talk to me about that 2 minutes. I know you're busy, but now I want to learn more.
So Glenn asked me to lead those efforts as well, and so we're going to be doing something which is really, really exciting. We'll be sharing with everyone very, very shortly. We're building incredible deliverables in that sector that will be incredibly competitive on a global scale. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be exciting things. Maybe for the next monthly catch up, we'll be able to share more.
Please. And by the way, I hope you guys do, and I'm sure you guys are going to do it, something similar to commercial with a cap of $20,000 and all the tools we're giving commercial agents is just incredible.
You know what? The commercial thing is really kicking off with Jim Wong, who's a really dear friend of mine, who's the president of EXP Commercial. He's the president of ARIA, the Asian Real Estate Association of America. I sit on I'm the chairman of the board of ARIA Global, board of directors. And so it's something where we've worked together for many, many years. He is an incredible leader in the commercial real estate front. We're so lucky to have him. We're building out a deliverable, not only in the United States, but looking to sort of do that on a global scale as well. So a lot of exciting things. This is the most exciting company to be with.
Man, four things that I learned today. Number one, the stock at all time high. We already surpassed Redfin for today's date. Number two, very very important. We have a new dashboard for EXP members, which is going to include coming in March. Number three, commercial, which has been an amazing asset for the company. And fourth, looking forward to it, the luxury.
You're gonna love it.
Please, so keep me updated. Hopefully for next month update, we have more information about that.
I think you will.
I mean, big hugs to you, Michael. It's always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.